4th. It's Independence Day, and yet another episode of Petition, Money, and DeFi. I've been out of the loop for a while, just actually caught up in the petition industry, working in California and in Colorado recently. I just went out there for about 2 weeks, came back. Really enjoyed my travels. California was incredible, another six-figure year. I helped multiple people scale in the high tens of thousands of dollars, and one individual, John, got above six figures this year and did tremendous at, he speaks for himself, about 140,000 he made since January off of my work, helping manage everything out of my office in San Jose, just like I said I was going to do. I manage the petition business like a pro. I have the most elite system, and now applications. Music in the background is just to recognize that I wanted people to realize that this country is in dire straits at the same time. We have so much opportunity, but we are at a crossroads of just so many foul influences, and it's really a need for us to stand up for ourselves, stop being passive slaves to the system, watching it get worse, waiting for another election and new hopefuls to run for office, only to find that the same system takes over the federal elections and absolutely corrupts all of these federal representatives in these states. The state representatives are also equally corrupt when we see so much loss of tax revenue and so much fraud, so much waste, these high taxes, and not enough incentives to get people to the next level in their lives, I feel. As I recognize myself as an entrepreneur in the world, I don't see the resources from my government. I see the resources from the free market. You know, maybe there's grants out there, there's things of this nature that can help. But I'm a business owner, and I want other business owners around me to thrive. I want to help people become business owners as possible. My real mission is to connect business owners together in a volunteer society to heal our country, backed by the charities and nonprofits in our community. And this is done through a new payment system I created. People I've seen do this, many entrepreneurs in digital payments, like Elon Musk, for example, and the Stripe people. You know, the thing is, there's a blockchain, and it's not going away. People need to learn it. And I figured out a way to create our own smart contracts. This is a very simple idea that's time has come. And I'm about to launch a complete takeover for the localized economy, but it's backed by the real dream I have of bringing people into our own system of governance with technology. Something I've seen books about. I've read many books. I've talked to people online about this. There's lots of think tanks. There's some nonprofits that advocate for the ideas of direct democracy, but there's never really been an organization sought to organize people for our own ballots. One of the biggest needs has been having the legal help to draft the ballot initiatives and just to know the proper procedures so everyone can get the job done efficiently and effectively. I fixed all that with a couple of apps, a few apps linked together. In fact, several apps linked together in a suite of apps for petition activism have been built and are still in the process of being built and finalized by a great developer, a friend of mine, close associate I've been working with for over a year, who's been helping work in the background on fixing all the errors from the last failure. When I attempted this and I put so much money into it and so much of my own capital, only to get rug pulled and destroyed by my dev. But I stood up for myself and I kept fighting. And here I am, July 4th, never given up. It was a year prior to this when we pumped the token and we got to new all-time highs. Now it was my own money being put into it, only to have the dev then set up to later rug me. And I handled it like a boss. Unfortunately, it was just the most devastating thing. It still gets in the back of my subconscious. I feel pain from it, but I have to move forward and turn that pain into motivation to never do it again, learn from the mistake, and move forward to strive for excellence. Now what I've done is gotten the world-class audit by Halborn, the experts in digital blockchain security, experts out of New York, the world-recognized Halborn Group. And they did the audit, we passed a green light. So when we launch our staking contract, we're going to be solid. Right now, we're getting all set up to do a new relaunch of a token that represents the future of ownership of the people's direct democracy solutions on the blockchain. Everything from an e-democracy that allows us to debate and create discussion over what laws to be created, to direct democracy, where we use various AI tools to empower petitioners in the field and petition groups wanting to organize and pay fundraisers and signature collectors to get the job done. The fundraising part is where I embed this genius of mine of realizing that no one was there to help me when I needed it. So I better learn as much as I can about money and finance and cryptocurrency at the time to do it myself. And I did, and thanks to Bitcoin, it saved my life during COVID. And even years prior to that, it was tremendous in influencing me. And I was able to just dream of a better life because I never invested before, knew the stock market was rigged. But now we live in an age where Bitcoin is exposing itself, many cryptocurrencies, and ownership of real world assets are being created. There's a whole new sector that Wall Street is looking into and adopting, and there's a whole sector of crypto that most people have no idea about, of real yield bearing assets. And there's just all kinds of things going on. Automatic trading robots is a thing. And we're moving to the age of AI. We might as well use it if it will help us come up and make some money, instead of just passively fundraising saying, hey, we need a lot of money to get these ballots collected and organized. We need to pay workers to be in the field. The fact is, love to organize all the volunteers because that is our primary goal. But paid workers are necessary at the final time, at the deadlines when we have to finish. We have to finish. We don't start something we're not going to finish. We have to have the fundraising to utilize the best talent available from my networks. I know all the people in the petition industry that know people, and we can get it done. We know who's who in the petition industry. We know who to keep out. We know most of the people who to keep out among my group, of course, and who to bring in that will work for you, the people of the United States, to solve the problems in our government, getting the signatures from voters so we can decide on the laws we are here to change. We are here to change the future laws of this country, to stop corruption in government, to create the necessary campaign finance reform and various ballots for election reform and integrity that we need to get the best candidates and to hold them accountable. We need to start locking up politicians and issuing fines and regulating them, just like they put laws on us for things that may not even harm anybody. We need to start turning the tables and using the initiative law and creating criminal penalties and deepening criminal penalties for our own legislature and our own administrative bodies, violating the law. And our judicial system is out of control. And this could be possible with potentially ballot initiatives, okay? The citizen grand jury is available in 6 states and nobody's talking about it. There's 6 states. If I have all this info, and I really would rather you come in to talk to me about it and find out if you're in a state with ballot access rights, maybe even just on a local level, and we can get you into this idea that we can change the laws. I created the first AI, BallotAI, our trademark name, that drafts everything for you, cutting out tens of thousands of dollars of legal costs in minutes, and gives you the guidelines of how to file your own ballots. It will draft the language perfectly, looking at case law and statutory law, and even show you the logic and how it drafts it. And we build out a ballot initiative like that in a couple minutes. I put a cost on $1 to test it out, available right now while we're getting started. And a little Telegram group that announces when we create some laws. Sometimes the AI will write 2 or 3 laws to solve a problem. And it will post it in the Telegram group for everyone to review with all the information ready, so we can file those ballot initiatives. Powerful. It's powerful, I'm telling you. So that alone will change the world. But then when we get into AI signature validation, there's companies out there competing to use this in target markets in the industry. And I'm with that. And I want to work with them to take over the whole industry, but then do something phenomenal no one's ever done. Use that power of AI and expedite the efficiency. Move this AI to the next level, make it the fastest thing capable use AI to train itself and become better, okay? And make an unstoppable AI force for validation to eliminate 99% of the overhead of the back-end administrative work for verification and accounting. That's it, okay? The other part is just shuffling the paper from one place to the next and hand off the paper. We are in the process of finalizing the petition escrow service, which is a game change. This allows campaigns to put money in for payment of the workers, allows campaign managers to manage and organize the workers. The petitioners go out and collect and connect them with validators so that validity can be done remotely and approved by the admin for payment. So it can be approved, and when they just pay the workers, it's all on the blockchain. They pay it upon receival of the papers. And this can be done very soon. In fact, we're on the test net, but we need to go mainnet, and for that we need to do more audits. The first audit for staking we passed, but it's very expensive. The audit for all these components is equally expensive. However, we will be eligible for grants, and we will be eligible for all kinds of opportunity as I start to reach out to those with money and power and interest for the people in the libertarian crowd, people for small government, and at the same time look for some kind of grassroots support from the unity of people out here that are looking for some change that comes from we the people, that is pro-capitalism, pro-finance, to help businesses, to help charities, and paint a new picture of possibilities. The Economic Renaissance Program was reborn. I'm building out what's called the Local Incentive Financial Technology. That's LIFT, L-I-F-T. And this is to replace transaction fees with donations. So the business-to-business transactions in our community will be set up to provide massive entrepreneurship opportunities for people worldwide, starting in the US, where we have all kinds of partnerships we can build out with the businesses related to banking and marketing. We can bring them into a charitable fundraising solution that's rewarding for entrepreneurs and productive for the community's charities, while simultaneously knowing that all these individuals connected with the charities and the business owners themselves can become politically motivated and involved to create ballots that will solve all the world problems. So our plan is to create ballots for all the world problems. We can start doing it in mass with the BallotAI program right now, even though it's on testnet. No real money is required for this. Okay? Is it? No. The ballot that I did set it to $1. The testnet ecosystem is all about the whole DeFi element we're building into this, which is a huge conversation. But I need to break it down in this video so you know we're building something for the future of finance for people's campaigns to stop corruption in government. Campaigns need funding. Funding can come from alternative economic solutions on the blockchain. We can do something phenomenal that's totally community supported. With the support of community efforts to invest in a cryptocurrency for a project, we can have the investment reach a critical mass on the blockchain and trigger a smart contract where a portion of what we'll call administrative funds will be split. Half will go towards the initiation of a direct campaign organizing platform for people to engage and organize around campaigns more strategically on the ground. The other portion will be burned and eliminated from supply. When we remove the tokens from supply completely, we don't lower the value of the tokens for the holders. Speculatively, it still stays the same. But we pull capital virtually out of thin air for the deployment of the activism project. It's all based on the math. It's all supply and demand. We can have a fluctuating token that fluctuates, and some would say we'd reached our goal when we get to this critical mass, we make the burn, and we create the project so they can sell and theoretically get their money back. And yes, that's true. And they could sell and get their money back, especially as an early investor. However, there's going to be new investors in that token because having tokens can give people ownership in the social value of being a part of that community. And this can be going towards merch, basically campaign materials that identify people as being along with those campaigns in their community so that they can network and organize and make new friends of people equally concerned about crucial issues in their neighborhoods, in their towns and cities. So we can make ballots en masse, we can organize, we can fundraise. We have a genius fundraising system. We're testing this out right now on Telegram. Telegram has the ability to build robots that can open access to new rooms of information, we'll call it. New rooms are available within the Telegram app where you can find information. This can be used as a guidance portal towards the top cryptocurrency projects to investigate for yourself. And in our community, to then have dialogue and discussion about how we're going to profit off these projects, all the top blockchains. I was calling Hyperliquid from far earlier, before it is to where it is today. While everything was crashing, I was calling and using Hyperliquid, even since last season, in fact, and doing great on Hyperliquid, getting yield and teaching people how to get in and out of these yield markets on Hyperliquid and Soy. These are upcoming blockchains to compete with my very own Solana blockchain. But that's okay because we're rooted on Solana now. But we are very open and looking forward to bridging assets to other blockchains, especially upon the launching of our new token. We're going to launch with more security. We're going to have it done in a whale-proof manner. We're going to get it done also through the pump fund, so I can make the videos and promote to all the investors out there, while simultaneously, building the apps into it, just a new token with the most security that will be on all the decentralized exchanges. Once it reaches like a mere, I think it's 80,000 or something, which can be done. Like I alone can invest in that if needed to get it there, which is great because I want to put everything into this as possible. I've just made my money now. It's time to focus on my entrepreneurial pursuits. Okay. I've been doing this my whole life. I've worked for myself ever since I was shoveling snow, the age of 14, shoveling snow with my friends on the block, learning how to make money. And then I got into the student credit card marketing industry, ironically, because I avoided credit cards my whole life. And then I felt like such a stubborn person. I have to admit my own faults because, I really was arrogant to ignore everything about building my own credit for years in my business, in my building business, and all the money going to my bank account. I was not building credit. I wanted to stay away from it. I was ignorant. But all that changed recently, and I started investigating it and learning about it with a passion. And now I'm stepping into, the big leagues with better credit options, better opportunities, real estate, thanks to my business. I couldn't have done it without my workers, and I couldn't have done it without just 20 years of hard effort in the petition business. Make six figures multiple years doing this, and then get nice long lifestyle vacations like this to explore any kind of entrepreneurial activities I want. I can go travel if I want to. I can study Kung Fu and eternal arts and meditation and yoga and anything that inspires me on a higher level. I can do things thanks to my business, and I hope to inspire others because I like the idea of helping others become successful and building a solid crew behind what we're doing. At the end, I'm all about loyalty. I'm loyal to my workers, looking for those that want to join me. I'm feeling really positive this new July 4th on the 250th year and going into a new year. It might be rough even for the rest of this year. We'll see, but things are going to turn around definitely next year. All the numbers are aligning as I see it, that next year is going to be massive. And even this year, I have plans. Like, it's July 4th. My birthday is coming up. I have plans to execute on brand new business ventures. I'm getting in, and I'm going to go and finish that insurance examinations once I get a little deeper into the other more exciting stuff I've been doing. Although insurance is so solid for me, I know I've wanted to do it. I have a friend who's doing great. And I ultimately want to have that as backup and leverage to bring into all my other businesses, because I can generate leads for the life and health insurance with all the canvassing that I'm doing with my other business ventures related to solar and fiber optics. I'm working on something I know some other entrepreneurs are doing. They're trying to link all these up, create relationship managers with these homeowners. I'm in that field. I'm working on that idea to bring people into the next level of internet with fiber optics, like my initials, NRG. Those are my initials. I'm bringing people to fiber optic internet energy. Okay, solar power, that's me. And then we can get life and health insurance. I have another company association for security cameras. Everybody needs a security camera in this day and age. And, there's low cost ones, but I also do, the highest level ones for like homeowners and people with businesses that want to be extra secure from people coming onto the property and so forth. Call the police immediately. Okay. I have all kinds of great things for door-to-door canvassers and making it an amazing business. I know it's right around the corner. And then when we tie this with the local economy fundraiser, it's going to be exponential. You can witness and see the testnet ecosystem right now. You can test it out. You can join our Telegram and start playing around. You can see that we are building something phenomenal on this blockchain. Okay. You can see that we are building it and it's functional. The testnet ecosystem's playing around. It's so amazing. We're still building that. Okay. Right now, when you launch a ballot, you also get to launch a token at the same time on our testnet. So you get to see what we're doing to withdraw the impact of this worthless meme economy and put it into projects that will have a fundamental value for the future of mankind and still have memes behind them. They still have memes. They still have thoughts and complex ideas. They're just not funny. They're more serious because we're dealing now with stopping all the chaos created by government and doing so in a purposeful way. Create a better future for ourselves and future generations. Have a real serious talk about that with people. Because investors can speculate on tokens all day, but how about speculating on the future laws we want to change? Once we reach a critical mass on one of these policy tokens, we split the difference towards, the reaching this point. We reach this threshold, and then we split the tokens where we burn half and we liquidate half exactly for the purpose of launching the direct fundraising campaigns around initiatives around the world. Okay. We're going to create amazing change. We just need partners. We need some more AI power. We need money for that. I'm on my life savings and I am working on making investments and leverage and everything I can to make this happen. But I'm still going to need help. I've already put my life savings into this multiple times and lost everything, especially since my last developer rug pulled me, and there's still potential for a lawsuit. I was thinking about using maybe 10K or whatever it takes of the money, I have saved up right now to cover legal fees for this this guy that scammed me, this scammer, this real demon out there that tricked me, manipulated me to take my life savings for something that was so holistic and so beneficial for the world. For him to do that is a real demon, so he should go to prison. I would love some help for that. Just being engaged, join my cryptocurrency channel. I've been in crypto since 2015. I can help you learn things. The money I make on crypto, I have to compound. I'm not like a millionaire. Okay. I don't have that kind of money yet, like one of those crypto OGs or anything. I've been since 2015, but I also lost a lot. But I did also find my solution at the end of last bear market. And I know how to invest in the blockchain for the rest of my life and be satisfied and safe with it. So that's what I'm confident about. I'm always going to be part of this. I'm here to explore it with other people so we can know how to shift our money out of the banks into these stablecoin pools that just accumulate these volatile tokens for us passively and more. Get into the volatile tokens, get into early new tokens on the blockchain itself, on their own new blockchains, primary markets, before they hit secondary exchanges, and then see what happens. Then you get to see the growth. And getting into trading knowledge, and my whole community is all about it. We have a lot of people in there that would love to grow with you and discuss everything. So feel free to join the Telegram. You can reach out to me on any of my social medias. I'm really not checking it much. I'm so busy. But to get into the Telegram, the information is at the website ballot.ai. That's all you need to know. Ballot.ai. I have plenty of resources and links on my social medias. I need to tighten it up though, tighten up my social media, start working on all of that, YouTube, building community, but most importantly, working in the background in silence. That's why you haven't heard from me for a while. I had to make this July 4th announcement though. I'll see, maybe I can splice these videos up and get some marketing angle, get some edge, because people want to hear about all these topics about crypto, about independence for a future of our country, about new tech they can invest in that will change the world, election tech. Have you ever imagined technology on the blockchain that can help people change our own laws? Think about it. It's decentralized lawmaking, decentralized government. You have to consider this concept where the people are deciding our laws ourselves. We draft the ballot initiative, we get the signatures to put it on the ballot, we vote. Just getting it on the ballot will shock everyone around the state. Wow, we get to vote on this law. We get to see most important law to vote on, and you could be a part of that. You can help decide the laws you've been thinking about. What do we need to do to stop corruption in this way or stop corruption in that way? There's so many things we can do in our state. We can't do everything about the federal government so far, according to the information. The courts are really trying to block us, have the supremacy clause be so strong. But the 10th Amendment is supposed to mean its own thing. We are sovereign states. So we can have a degree of separation. We have to really find this silver lining where we're not fighting the state, we're working within government, but we're doing so in a way to limit government for and by the people properly. This is not a revolution, this is an evolution. I hope you join us. I'm the first creator of this blockchain ecosystem, all from the mind of someone who's been in the industry 20 plus years, okay, as a business owner, and looking to bring other people into the business so they can learn how to be business owners here too. Run campaigns. I've been doing it so long, I'm looking to take a step back as a consultant, focus on bigger picture things like the insurance for my industry and the blockchain investments. But I'm here to help teach people the petition industry inside and out so they can get in the game, make their six-figure paychecks, thank me later, just by investing and buying some of the coin. You know, that's what I'm looking for. Buy your BallotAI. It's on Solana right now on the Meteora DEX. But I could pump it more, very small liquidity pool, but understand that it's not about that. We're going to do a relaunch, and I don't want the tokens to just be in my personal possession. There's going to be locked liquidity, and you know, it's going to be something that it's going to be a real sacrifice I'll have to make with my cash to get the thing going. But we will give rewards to others for locking their liquidity as well. Find some founders. We have some exclusive NFTs with benefits to use our program, making our program services for our escrow service and our coordinator roles extremely exclusive. So we're going to build out that explanation of the white papers here soon. Really appreciate you. We have a lot of different white papers for different aspects of the projects. There's a lot to take in. I'm going to keep building. Happy July 4th. Want independence for this country and freedom, just like everybody else, for all people in the world. All of us conscious deserve freedom. All conscious people deserve freedom. And if you're unconscious, you're creating your own enslavement right now. And you need to snap out of it, because we can create our laws and change them like that. The masses are asleep. Now we can draft ballot initiatives with ease. Now we have all the tools to help us with signature collection, like Signer Finder, to find out where all the signers are, and ID Verifier, which works great in California right now. We can set it up for other states with the database roles for real campaigns funded. And we have AI Petitioner, my newest fun gamified app for petitioners. Helps deaf people. It helps people petition without having to actually speak, just by pressing buttons, and you get fun sound effects and things of this nature. We have the Petition escrow service for payments, end all fraud in the industry and waste, and so much more. You have to check it out. So much decentralized exchange, Launchpad, DAO. We have a paid DAO which distributes funds, so the community is actually voting on how they want monies distributed as a community. You have to check it out. This is the most democratic system for our future, and we're working to decentralize as much as possible. Love the community to get involved and start voting and discussing.